Hello, hello, welcome. Asha Light Eagle Whispers Healing with my ancestors, and we are going to do today. I'm going to continue to do the past life spreads, and this is day 14 plus 14 and 13 and 15, and phobia and fear spreads. Sorry, oops. Okay, so. We're going to start with spread 1, and I'm going to try not to do this video long. This spread is best for identifying a fear rather than looking more deeply at a fear you are aware of. So let's find your fears. I don't have a clue what fears you have, so I'm going to shuffle and let's I'm going to shuffle and let's see what and think about what fears you have. Okay, so now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know how many cards we need. I think that we are fine with what we have. Okay, let's put this at a side and let's look at the cards. So, bear with me. Jeez. So let's see. The first question is, of course, card 1. That's card 2. Who am I? Who are you? And you receive here late middle age. 4 of Wands. Okay, 4 of Wands. That's interesting. Let's see. Swords. Afraid of instability. So who are you? You're afraid of instability. You're afraid of instability, and I don't know if you either are a servant or if you can be a higher based person. Not sure. Let's look at card number 2, and that will be what am I afraid of? To be unstable, but father. Wow, you are having this again. The Emperor. You're having the father figure again. I think that you had that in one of the dreams, I was about to say, but in spreads. And a lot of things came up there that isn't the most, I don't know, you need to rate this. when you listen to it, you need to rate this so that I can see, and also people maybe would like to know how you felt about it. So what are you afraid of? And the Emperor. Afraid of your father, or afraid of being your father? Okay, I'm not getting this. Afraid of your father, or afraid of being your father. Okay, so you were either afraid of your father, or you were afraid of being like him, and you're being afraid to be unstable as well. That's interesting. So card 3 is asking, what past life event caused this fear? What past life event caused this fear? And you are receiving number 8, strength. You're receiving strength. Strength. Afraid of working through okay, I'm not getting this. I'm trying to understand, sorry. Okay, afraid of working through trauma. But the question was, now let's see at this. Number 3. What past life event caused this fear? So you went through some trauma with your father, I guess, because it looks like that. That's what I'm understanding from that. And that trauma maybe wasn't the most easiest thing to go through. Who am I afraid of? And we already know that because that's your father, but let's loss. You're afraid of loss and your father, and 5 of Cups. Afraid of losing a loved one. So you were afraid to lose a loved one. Maybe your father was ill, but he put you through some trauma, but yet as you were emotional, your emotions scared you because as you had trouble with goodbyes and so on, that did impact you very, very hard. Okay. So let's look at number 5. And number 5, you have, what past life event caused this fear? We did look at that. And number 6, yeah, we did look at them. Come on. What about the future scares me? What about the future scares you? Okay, that was number 3. Number 4, hold on, because I'm mixing this up a little bit. Who am I afraid of? Yes, we went through that. And now let's go to number 5. How am I afraid? How are you afraid? And this is something that have been coming up now, drawing. And here is 6 of Swords. How are you afraid? Scared of water. So you were scared of water. You're scared of emotions. You're scared when someone was passing. but your biggest fear was water and maybe drowning, as you maybe couldn't swim. Okay. And then the last question in this spread is, what about the future scares me? What about the future scares you? And here you receive 19th Australia, and that is the sun. What about the future scares you? And let's afraid of all allowing yourself to feel happy. So you're afraid to allow yourself being happy. Okay, that's interesting. So let's move on to spread number 2 and see what spread number 2 will be. And I'm going to try to do this to answer this in a quick way. Oops, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's take 10. I'm not sure if we need all 10, but in case. If in case we do, then it will be interesting to see. So, let's jump to spread number 2 and see. And here we have a little bit bigger spread. And number 8, we have 2 cards, a little bit too much. Okay, well, that's okay. So the spread number 2 talks about, use this spread to look closely at the cause of your fears, fear or phobia. And card 1, who am I? Who are you? And you receive here premature death. Okay, you have here the hangman. Who are you? The hangman. That makes me to think about that. You are a person that went deep within yourself to try to understand and work through maybe your fears, but emotions as well. But let's look at the chart here. And let's look at 12, the hangman. Unfinished businesses. Well, you were scared because of you didn't finish. This can be work or business with someone, and maybe that did scare you. Let me see, the hangman. Let's take my, as I call it, my magic tarot. I love this tarot. It's the familiar, I think. Is it? Yeah, I think so. So let's look at the hangman here. Wow. So, you feel chained up. You feel hurt. You're not a person who will give in. You're a person that will wait and give things time, which talks about that you're trying not to rush yourself in anything, which is positive. And the cards is 12, 21, and 3. So you are growing as a person. You're a caretaker when it comes to family, because you have the Empress here and you have the World, and you didn't have trouble to step into something new. It's like a new cycle of life and so on. And you try to keep being happy within your family. Okay, so card number 2. Let's look at card number 2, and that is, what am I afraid of? What are you afraid of? And you have card number 2 here, and you're afraid, Yusuf Korea, Ace of Wands. Okay, Ace of Wands. That's swords. Look, lack of trust in creative ability. So there were times that you were scared of what you could handle. And maybe it's the same thing today. When it is, for me, Ace of Wands stands for a new beginning. Oops, sorry for that. Stands for a new beginning. It stands for a new home, it's like new project that is going to be built in one or the other way, and you were doubting yourself at times because of some sort of conflict that you had, some sort of trauma. I don't know why. I'm just getting that there were a time where you were not aware of things. I don't know what you went through, but either you were in some sort of a big fight or something, or argument, and you got hit by something. I don't know if that's so, but this is what is coming through. And somehow I'm getting that there are times in that life where you didn't know what was going on, and before that you used to be very unscared, and up till that moment, by having that loss of maybe memory and things like that, you were afraid that you wouldn't make it, and just because of the conflict that you had with your father makes you to doubt yourself, because maybe he did remind you and tell you what is number 0 you were, up to nothing. So yeah, let's look at card number 3. And card number 3 talks about, where or when did my fear begin? Where or when did your fear begin? Wow, that will be interesting to see. And here you receive in Europe, when you were in Europe, and this is the star. So in Europe, and when, let's look at when. That's interesting. Okay. And when they are asking, so 16th century. And let's see at the places here. It talks about Europe. Alternatively, Germany, association of the guiding star, and the migration to or from Europe. But in Europe, so it doesn't say exactly when, but Europe. And 16th century is the time for that. And question number 4, is asking, what more happened to cause this fear? What more happened? Old age. Three of Pentacles, old age. So when you got older, maybe your mind was playing games upon you. And let's look at Three of Pentacles as well. Pentacles, as I like to joke sometimes. Afraid to commit to projects. Here you have again. Or organizations. So you were afraid to step into projects and organizations, yet you were very successful. So that was your biggest fear in one of the lives here. Let's look at number 5. And where are you? Here are you. Who or what was involved? Who or what was involved? And here you receive, you have this Australia cards everywhere. The Sun. Wow. This is a card that is coming up a lot, I have to say, for you. So let's look at the Sun. The Sun. Afraid of allowing yourself to feel happy. So family, friends, I guess, was around you. So no one special, but family and friends. And that was number 5. Number 6 is asking, what do I not understand about this fear? What are you not understanding about this fear? And here you have conflict, the conflict with it. 5 of Wands. Afraid to compete. So you're afraid to compete. You're afraid to lose. And that's number 6. Let's go to number 7. How does this affect me now? Murder. Oh, Jesus. 10 of swords. 10, right? Yeah, 10 of swords. And this is also a card that you have much of. So let's look at the fear of 10 of swords. 9, 10. Afraid of losing everything. So you're afraid to lose. You're holding on to what you have. Even if whatever that can be wrong for you to have, still you're afraid to lose it, whatever this is. And then number 8, last one, is asking, what will help me overcome this fear? Oh, okay. And here you receive loving, indigenous woman. Yeah, I was about to say that's me. I'm joking now, but indigenous woman. Yeah, but I am indigenous. So, Queen of Pentacles. That's interesting. Ting, ting, ting. Afraid of pregnancy or delivery. Afraid of being too worldly. So, wow, I got mind block now. Sorry. So it means that you have been scared to deliver. You have been fearing to lose. it all, sort of, and at the same time you have been struggling in that all. And who will help you overcome this is a lady with who is earthly, down with both of her feet on the ground, who is centered, who knows how to deal with maybe blockages and things like that. So you know, that's very nice. So okay, let's walk to spread number 3. So this will not be a long spread. I'm trying to not make it long. That's why I would have wanted to have, but I'm going to receive them at any day, hopefully. I'm waiting. I have booked 2 more set of cards that is the same, that I can use and compare to each other when I do the spreads. It will be interesting because I will do them at once. So that's enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's take 10. I'm not sure how many cards. Let's take 11. I'm not sure how many cards we need, so it's better to have a little bit more than less, and I can remove. So let's see, spread. Let's look at spread number 3. Let me turn this. And here there is a little bit more cards, of course. 7, 8. Yeah, we have 3 cards too much. Well, it's okay. So this spread, third spread, talks about phobias and fears. Is use this spread to look closely at solutions of overcoming this phobia or fear. And let's look at the card 1. Who am I? Who were you? And here you receive conflict. 5 of Wands is coming up. Who were you? And let's see, that will talk about, I guess, your fears, right? Afraid to compete. So you were afraid to compete. You would find yourself in trouble. I'm just going to tune into this. So you're afraid to find yourself in conflict, in arguments with people because of your way of being, emotional and all. But we are talking about fears and phobias. So you were afraid to compete because you didn't want to be in a conflict. But I'm having the word nature screaming in my head. And that means that there are things in the nature, within the nature, that scares you. And the first thing that is coming is creatures. You're scared of creatures. You have respect to birds, and I think that you're scared of birds as well. And you're scared of facing what will be in the nature. So I think that you were in some life. I think that you were somehow ambushed, and I think that you were there were times that you after the ambush, I think that you was wounded. Didn't pass, didn't die, but I think that you were wounded. And you had visitors when it comes to creatures, like ants, and so on. I don't know what other creatures they are. I'm not good at that. But this is what is just coming to mind. And I think that birds, some sort of birds. So it could have been crows. I'm getting an eagle in my head. I don't know if that's so or not. But crows is what comes mostly. So I will go with the crows. So you were afraid of birds. I don't know if they attacked you or tried to attack you while you were wounded or something like that. But I think that you came out of there. Someone helped you, someone found you. So yeah, that's interesting when you know, it's easy to just look at the cards, but it's another thing when you tune in and see what do you receive with that card, you know, what comes. And that is what I love to do. So card number 2. What am I afraid of? So what are you afraid of? Card number 2. And here you have number 7, America. And that's the Chariot. Jesus. Okay, that's interesting. You know, Chariot, you know, that's traveling. Wow. Let's see. Afraid of pursuing your dreams. So you are afraid to pursue your dreams, make them real, make them happy, but you are afraid of traveling. And in the other past life reading that you had, it told that you were scared of water. So maybe you are afraid of traveling when it comes to water or, you know, of the sea, but also in a chariot. So let's look at card number 3. And card number 3, what happened to cause this fear? What happened to cause this fear? And what happened is betrayal. Yeah, you were betrayed. 7 of Swords. You were betrayed by someone who you trusted very, very much. And let's look at 7 of Swords. What cards goes together with that? So here is number 16 and 7. And let me look at and compare. Okay, 16 and 7. So I don't have to look exactly at the swords. So 16 and 7. So you were betrayed. And that betrayal, backstabbing, and all happened in a very sudden way, as you know, you received the Tower there. So whatever happened and surprised you in a very hard way. Okay. What card was it? 1, 2, 3. So now we go to number 4. Number 4. What do I not understand about this fear? What do you not understand about this fear? Twin Flame. Wow. 10 of Cups. So the one that did betray you, oops, sorry, wow, is your own lover or someone who you loved very much, cared for very much. Ten of Cups, afraid to take emotional risks. So that person was scared to take emotional risks with you, and just because of that, that person betrayed you, and you couldn't see that. You thought that that person was on the same path as yourself, and that wasn't so at all. That is what? That is number 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's look at 5. Number 5, where are you? Here. How does this fear affect me now? How does this fear affect you now? And here you receive 20. The Middle East. 20. Judgment. So you're afraid to being judged. That's number 1. Time is of importance for you to count on as well. Let's look. Afraid to judgment. Afraid of judgment. Others and afraid to being judged by others and by God. So you're having religious beliefs and you're scared that people will judge you for something that you haven't committed. And let's look at judgment and see what cards goes with it. That's interesting. That's the Tower, Star, Moon, Sun, Judgment. And here we have 11 and 2. So 11, that's Jesus, that isn't that either strength or justice? That's 10. Yeah, I have this as justice. So you want to be treated in a just way. And you don't want people to know your secrets. You're scared of your secrets leaking if you have secrets. So you're holding on to them, whatever they are. Very, very, very hard. You don't share your secrets with whosoever, only with the people that you can trust completely. Okay. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's look at 6. Who or what will help me overcome this fear? Who or what will help you to overcome this fear? And here you receive religion. Your belief. Oh my God. The Hierophant. Your belief. And I was about to say Father, but I don't think that your father will help you. But I think that God Father, you know, God himself is what you believe can help you. And here you have afraid of being lost in mediocrity by meeting expectations. So well, you're afraid of the God and so on, and who will help you to overcome this is God himself. And that was number 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's look at number 7. 7 and 8. And 7 talks about what should I seek out to help me with this fear? What should you seek out to help you with this fear? Your broken heart. your sorrow, your sadness. And let's look at the fear. Afraid to love again. Don't be afraid to love. Don't be afraid to show emotions, because this is something that you're scared of. So seek your feelings, seek your heart. Understand your heart, understand yourself. And number 8. So you have, how will the spirit world help me overcome this fear? How will the spirit world help you? Oh wow. Benevolent man, King of Cups. So the spirit, yeah, I mean God, you know, so that fits it very well. So they will help you to overcome this fear, by overcome this fear in a positive way, in a strong way, so that you can move forward when it comes to life, and so that you can find some peace. But who also will help you through that is it can be your partner, you know, King of Cups, your love, your partner that you have in life. So yeah, that's interesting. So I hope that you could understand this. Please let me know. Until then, blessings.